Assalamualaikum to Dr. Muhammad Hafizal bin Hanifah and Dr. Nurul Hidayah binti Roslan. My name is Ahmad Syamil bin Kamaruzaman and I'm the first presenter from Group 2. So this is the presentation for the Building and Structure Demolition Project, which is the project title is Review a Company Demolition Projects. So the company that we have choose is the Jingsheng Construction and Engineering Sdn Berhad. So we are from group number 2. This is my group members, which is the first one is me, Ahmad Syamil bin Kamaruzaman, and we have Aisyah binti Tesobing, and we have Muhammad Amir Fikri bin Azmi, and the last one is Muhammad Haziq bin Abdul Muti. So I will brief the company background. So Jingshan Construction and Engineering Sdn Berhad was founded in 1998 as a Goya enterprise, which is specializing in contract services such as rebar installation, coring works, waterproofing, grouting, and other similar service. And the company was formed in 2006 to streamline services offering on controlled demolition, and the company have over 30 years of controlled demolition experience and numerous project records. They are registered with CIDB, which is the G6, under the trade code of B26 Demolition Works. Jingshan Construction and Engineering is a demolition company and heavy lifting specialist contractor with experience ranging from low rise to high rise, residential to industrial and building to infrastructure. They offer controlled demolition services to the construction industry and related trades, with a focus on diamond cutting and sewing methods that provide a dust-free, vibration-free, and also low noise demolition process. They use a highly skilled team and the most advanced modern equipment to bring precision, quality, and also control to a highly productive control demolition works. So Jingsheng Construction Sdn Berhad is located in Kuala Lumpur.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Haziq bin Abdul Muti, and I will explain to you about the introduction and project background. Demolition is destroying or removing any load-bearing structural component of a building, including house, shop, office, and other building in the world. For our project, we are collaborating with Jinseng Construction and Engineering Sdn Berhad. For your information, this company have done many demolition project, and then the project that we choose is the demolition at multi-level car park Hentian Putra PWTC. So for this project, the project is the total demolition project. So the site that have been clear will be arrive the new building. So the demolition method for our project is the top down method. So the top down method is it will demolish one floor at a time. The roof will be demolished first, and then the section of each floor is removed to allow the debris to fall through. So basically the top down method is the demolition from the top floor to the down floor to the ground floor. So now we can see the picture that we get from the demolition project at the site. For the first picture, we can see the demolition process that are ongoing at the site. For the second picture, we can see the roof part had been demolished while other part remains. This is because the method that we use is top down method. So the roof part will be demolished first, and then the next that need to be demolished is the lower part. So at the last picture, we can see the removing of all the building part after the building had been demolished. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good day. My name is Aisa binti Tesobik and I will explain about the review on project demolition work. So the first process is the pre-demolition process. So in this process there are building surveying. So the building surveying is the process is to determine the type of materials that is used for construction. It is essential as it helps to determine the method of demolition. The presence of hazardous materials is also checked as it can cause failure to the demolition process. The next process is the removal of hazardous material. So the result of a demolition survey reveal hazardous material including asbestos. Before the demolition, specialized asbestos removal and clean-up companies are be hired to clear the site of the hazardous material. So the next process is the demolition plans, which is before the demolition work start, it is important to illustrate the process involved so that the process will go smoothly. So the location of the building has to be checked and the distance from the adjacent buildings, road, structure or school. And lastly is stability report. In the stability reports, there are a few components that must be included, which is the report on the stability of the structure that is going to be demolished, and structural calculation for temporary supports, and bracing when powered mechanical plant or equipment are utilized, and an assessment of stability of nearby structure and adjacent properties. So the next part is the actual demolition process, which is the top-down method. So as the working space is limited, the top-down demolition method is used to demolish a low-rise car park. Only one floor at a time is demolished while utilizing the top-down demolition method. Once the building had been brought down to the first floor, regular height using this procedure, structural investigation had been done to determine the best way to proceed. All of this was accomplished while keeping the live access rod that runs right underneath the structure. The structure was placed near the entrance to a building that was situated behind the site. It was necessary to keep this gate open during the demolition process. So this was accomplished by creating a specific entry and exit for the office building, guarding it with debris fence built into the scaffolding and having a full-time police traffic to watch the entrance. Cranes are used to raise a small excavator and skid steer, which is the bobcat, onto the roof. The bobcat was used to gradually dump all of the debris produced during the demolition down the lift shaft. So the arising would then be stockpiled for crushing after being cleared by a second bobcat positioned on the ground floor. So ramp building is possible due to the roof openings. Excavator can descend onto the ground below to them. So the roof will next be removed by the excavators under carefully monitored condition while they work from below and above. The same procedure is repeated for each floor after that. A portion of each floor is removed to allow the debris to fall through. So guardrails are erected around apertures because during demolition project is ongoing, the debris may be dropped down the lift shaft. So this method is used as it is commonly used and designed or simple and cost effective. In addition, with the careful design and planning method, it is considered as the safest way to demolish the building. In order to install the new piles without any obstacles, the entire basement have to be excavated and the pile had to be broken off at the necessary height. All of the sides, masonry and concrete scraps were crushed and stockpiled for use throughout the construction. The last part is the post-demolition. So in this process, the last thing to do is a site clearance. It involves leaving the location secure and safe. The site drainage system is thoroughly cleaned and tested to ensure that it continues to function, and any pits, sub, trenches or voids must be left filled and securely covered. Moreover, all contaminants are left or removed in a way that pose no risk to health or the environment. Finally, the planning supervisor should make sure that the health and safety file has been assembled and given to the client after the work is finished. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Amri bin Azmi, and I'm going to continue the presentation with the discussion on disadvantages and advantages of the safety method applied in the demolition work. For the advantages, there are there are six of it. So the first one is the process of the top-down method is a very systematic and detailed. Worker safety also can be controlled. And next, the usually surrounding of the demolished site will be clear before the next demolition happen. So hazardous materials can be eliminated to ensure the safety of the site, such as trees or maybe a rock. So third is the less use of plant and machinery helps to reduce the risk On site, more machinery use need to have safety measure for a safety aspect for and only professional worker should handle it. It is provide a stiff support system for the wall, minimizing movement so the less movement reduce the risk of collapse on the building to the workers. And the virtually vibration free operation minimize the potential for ground movement and resulting detrimental settlement. So it requires less lastly it requires less weight for the construction area, reduce environmental pollution associated with pre-construction earthworks. Worker health and safety are secure with no exposure to massive pollution. So for the disadvantages, there are four of it. The first one, the restriction on the size of the plant and then limited access. Proper walkway plans are needed. It is surely needed for the small type of building. And second is the holes may be have left in the slabs to provide access for the subsequent excavation, and the worker has to be aware of the surrounding. The third is the stiffer construction during the intermediate construction stages attracts higher loads to the permanent structure. And lastly, the potential water leakage at the joints may cause because of the pipe, the non-good maintenance of pipe. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, it's me again, Ahmed Syamil bin Kamaruzaman. So I will present on the conclusion. So in conclusion of this project, planning a demolition work process is one of the important parts of the project. Before the demolition work process begins, the first step must be taken is by doing a carefully of the building survey, which is to prevent from any accident such as damage to the environment, to public, and also the adjacent properties around the area of the building that to be demolished. So the method for the demolition process of the building is depends on a few factors such as condition of the site projects, type of building structure, height of the building, and also the age of the building and the economy. The location of the building also is the few factors regarding the method. So it is required for controlled demolition in every process to ensure the safety of the workers and surrounding environment around the building and to prevent injuries and accident happens. So the demolition procedure and process should be carried out with the goal of decreasing the risk of causing damage to human and properties of the public, endangering the health and safety of the site personnel and negatively impacting the neighborhood environment. So that's all from us from group number 2. Thank you.